In the last class, we have seen bitwise operators, right? Except that lab session, bitwise operators we have seen. What are the bitwise operators we have seen? AND, OR, then XOR. Okay. AND operation, you know, whenever both bits are, as we are saying this as bitwise operators, operation will be performed on bits. Okay. So if you consider 5 and 7, then 5 binary equivalent we will be finding, then 7 binary equivalent that we will be finding, then we will perform AND operation, that is 1 and 1, the result is 1, 0 and 1, result is 0, 1 and 1, result is 1. Like this we will perform. Then decimal equivalent of this one is 5, 101 is 5. So 5 and 7, the result is 5. Got it? Next, similarly, 5 or 7, that means 101 or 111. So we will be getting 1 or 1, 1, 0 or 1, 1, 1 or 1, 1. So 111 means 7. So 5 or 7, the result is 7. Next, similarly, XOR operation, that means 5 XOR 7. This is cap symbol. I have told you, in general, it is cap symbol. On 6, it is there. Yeah. 5 or 7, that means 101 cap 111. So 1 exclusive or 1 means we'll be getting, what is the operation of exclusive or? Exclusive or means either this or this, not both are. Both 0 means we will get 0. Both 1 means 0. 0 1 1 1 0 1. So here 1 exclusive or 1 means 0, 0 exclusive or 1, 1, 1 exclusive or 1, 0. So 0 1 0, what is the result? 2. So 5 exclusive or 7 will be 2. Understand? 0 1 0. Decimal equivalent is 2. So like this we have seen these 3 operators. In addition to these, yeah. Yeah. 32 bits will be there. What about remaining 29 bits? 3 bits we have stored 101. Remaining bits will be all zeros. Okay, here all zeros. 0 exclusive or 0 will be 0 exclusive or 0. If both are same, then we'll get 0 only. So all will be zeros. That means before this 29 will be zeros. So the magnitude will be 2 only. Got it? Yeah. Even here also you can understand in the same way. Zeros, if we have 1 0, automatically AND operation will result 0 only. So we'll be getting 29 zeros, then 101. Similarly, R also. Both are zeros only. 0 or 0 will be 0 only. Okay, like that. Suppose if we have 17 instead of 7, 5 or 17, then 5 is 101. What about 17? 17 is nothing but 16 we have to write, then 0 0 0 1. 1 0 0 1. Now we have to consider up to these many digits. 5 digits are there, 0 0 we can put. Now you can consider OR operation. Like that. So OR operation means we will be getting 1, then 0, then 1, 0, 1. 1 R, this is R. So 1 or 1 will be 1 only. So 1 0 1 0 1. What is the result? Check. Okay. So like this we could find out the result of this. Yeah. Noted this. You want to note. You are attending first time. D section only. Okay. Where you are staying? Okay, where you are staying here? Hostel or? Hmm.
You said that double greater than and double less than are
That
also.
means.
Do you know Shakil? Shakil sir. I'm son of.
Or next. Yeah. In addition to this, these three, we are having other bitwise operators. That means which will be operated on bits. Okay. Those are this and this. Okay. These are shift operators. Shift operators. And if you consider this as arrow, so in which direction we are having this arrow? So this is called right shift. Okay. Similarly, here also, if you consider, it is the direction is left, so it is left shift. Okay, this is right shift, this is left shift. Okay, we will not be having these things like we are having these operators only. Okay, just for understanding I have told. So now you consider what is the operation of this one is, let us say we are having a as 5, a as 5, and we are saying a left shift 1. Okay, this is left shift, isn't it? Left shift 1. That means as we are saying this is bitwise operator, it will be performed on bits. So what is the binary equivalent of 5? 101. This is binary equivalent. Before this we will be having zeros, right? Before this we will be having some zeros. Okay, so 32 bits for one integer if you assume, then remaining 29 will be zeros. Okay, fine. Now what will happen is, whenever we shift this by these many bits positions, that is the operation. Try to understand. A shift, left shift by 1 bit, left shift by 1 bit. So this, whatever the zeros we are having, those all will be shifted left by 1 bit position. So what will happen is, from here you can understand 1 will be shifted here. Next this 0 will be shifted. Next this 1 will be shifted here. This 0 will be shifted here. Remaining anyway zeros only. Last 0, that is from left side first 0 will be discarded. Okay, that can be 1 also sometimes, depending upon the value that we are considering, that can be 1 also, that will be discarded. Okay, so now for this 101, if you shift left by 1 position, we will be getting like 28 zeros will be there. Yes or no? 20 out of 29 zeros, 1 will be skipped. So 28 zeros will be there. Afterwards this 1 will be shifted to next position. Next this 0 will be shifted to next. Next this 1 will be shifted to left side. Now we will be having one vacant position, right? That is filled with 0. Got it? Just we are shifting all these bits by 1 position towards left, and one vacant position, vacant bit will be there, that we will fill with 0. Okay. Now what is the magnitude of this 1010? 1010. 1010 is 10. Just 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3. 2 power 3 is 8. 2 power 1 is 2. 8 plus 2, 10. So 1010 is 10. Like this, a left shift by 1 means we will be getting 10. Now you consider a value as 7. A value as 7. Now what is the binary equivalent of this? 1 1 1. Now A left shift by 1 position, then 1 1 1 0 Okay, anyway, prior to this we are having 0, here also will be having 0, need not consider. So 1 1 1 0, what is the decimal equivalent? 14. Okay, now you consider another one. A is equal to 25. A is equal to 25 and A left shift by 1 position. For converting decimal to binary, simply you could follow this procedure. 25 means what is the nearest 2 power? Nearest 2 power, which is less than this. 16, right? So 16 you put 1. 2 power 4 you put 1. So 16 we have considered. What is the leftover thing? 9. For 9, what is the nearest one? 8. So 16 we have put means 8 will be immediately, right? Immediately left right to it. So that also we have to put 1. Next afterwards 4 will be there. We are not considering 1 only remaining, right? So 1 means 4 2 1. 4 and 2 will not consider. So 1 1 0 0 1. This will be the, yeah, any number you can do it, but it will be difficult. If you go to the bigger numbers, it will be difficult to manage, but small numbers you can manage. Suppose 23 is there, 16 you know, then 7 remaining. So 7 means 4 is the nearest one. Yes or no? 16 you can take, then 8 you cannot take. 16 plus 8 is 24, which is exceeding. So 8 we cannot take. Next 4 we can consider. Next 3 will be remaining. 3 means 2 we have to take, 1 also we have to take. 1 0 1 1 1 will be 23. Okay. Just this is a trick. It's not formal thing. Just I'm saying. Yeah. So now left shift by how many positions? 1 position. So these all bits we have to shift towards left. Then what will be the result? 1 1 0 0 1 0. Okay. Now what is the decimal equivalent? Decimal equivalent is 50. 5 0. Correct? Check. So here you can observe A is 5. When we shift to left by 1 bit we are getting 10. 7 means 14. 25 means 50. Okay. Whenever we shift left shift by 1 bit, then the value is being doubled. Okay. So sometimes they will be asking like to double the given number, you will be using A is equal to A into 2 or 2 into A, or in other words you can say A is equal to A plus A plus A. A plus A. Like this you can double the given number. But here you are using plus or star. Okay, without using arithmetic operators, you have to double the given number. That is the question. How can you answer? By using left shift operators. Straight answer, right? A left shift by 1 position, then it will double. That's it. Okay, if you, yeah, this is left shift. How you will type this? Just less than. This is greater than. That's it. Like less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. How you have used statements. A is equal A left shift by 1. That is fine. Or if you want, you can write A is equal to A left shift 1. Okay. Just you check it out in the lab whether it is equal to this one or not. Okay. And you can check one more thing also, like you use B here instead of A, you use B. Okay, then whether A is being updated or not you check, and B is updated or not, how it is working, that you check. I told you to note down these kind of experiments. How? No. In the notebook itself, right side one box you put, in that you write what are the experiments that you have to do in the lab. That you note down, then only you can remember it. That will create a lot of interest. So now from this what we can understand is, when we left shift by one position, it is being doubled. Okay, fine. Now let us consider a value as this 1110. Okay, or a value as a 111. When we left shift by one position, it is being 1110. Now you left shift again this by one position. Left shift again this by one position. Then we will be getting 1110. What is the value? 1110. 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4. 2 power 4 is 16. 16 plus 8, 24. 24 plus 4, 28. Okay. Now starting from here, a is equal to 7. How we are getting this one is, in the middle we can say a left shift by how many bit positions? 2. 2 bits. A left shift twice, then we are getting this one. Okay, what is the a value? 7. 7 to 28. 7 to 28. How we are getting? By left shift by 2 positions, we are getting 28. 3 positions means 3 positions. Check once. If you left shift by 3 positions, 56. Check once. Here we will be getting 1110. So it will be 2 power 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 power 5 is 32. 32 plus 16, 48 plus 8, 56. So 56 will be the answer. Now when we shift 3 times, then we will be getting 56. Okay. And now can you able to generalize it? Whenever we shift this 7 by left by I bits, I number of times, if you left shift, I bits if you left shift, then what will be the result? Into 7 into 2 power. For the first time when we shift only one time, 7 into 2. 2 times means 7 into 4. 3 times means 7 into 2 power 3. That's what. So I times means 7 into 2 power I. Okay. And now we can generalize it like this. Whenever we are having a number a, if you left shift by I positions, this is equivalent to a is equal to, now you say a into 2 power I. This is the formula. Okay. So without even converting into binary itself, we could able to say the answer. If I give a value as a 10, then left shift 2, then automatically you can say 40 is the answer. Left shift 2, that means 2 power 2, 4 into the given number. That's it. Okay, like that you could use this left shift operator. So I have told you the question, right? Without using arithmetic operators, how can we double the given number? By using left shift operator. How many times we have to shift? How many times we have to shift? Only one time. If you left shift one time, then number will be doubled. Over. Yeah. Next, we are having right shift. Right shift, what is the symbol? Greater than. This is the right shift. So as we are having for left shift, we will be shifting these bits towards right. So let us consider a is equal to 8. A is equal to 8. What is the binary equivalent? 1,000,000. We will be shifting towards right. So this 0 will be shifted here. This will be shifted here. This 1 will be shifted here. Anyway, we will be having zeros here. All will be shifted. Then vacant position will be there in left side. Here we will be getting vacant position that will be filled with 0 only. Okay. Now whatever the value that we are having here, that will be lost. Okay, as we have discussed with respect to left shift. So A right shift by one position, in the sense these all will be displaced, then we will be getting 1 0 0, remaining all will be zeros. So what is the binary decimal equivalent? Okay, one more time if you shift, we will be getting 1 0, which is nothing but 2. One more time if you do, we will be getting 1. So now if you consider 8 4 2 1, from 8 we are getting 4. If you shift one right side one time, right side one more time means by 2, one more time is by 2. So every time when we do a right shift by I positions, then it is equivalent to A is equal to A by 2 power. But instead of here, that means that will be lost, right? Now let us consider such kind of case. Let us see 13. Okay, what is the binary equivalent? 1 0 1 1, 1 0 1 1, correct? 1 1 0 1, I think 1 1 0 1, yeah, 1 1 0 1. Now you shift it 13, left shift by one position, then we will be getting 1 1 0. What is the binary equivalent, decimal equivalent? 6. 13 by 2 is 6. Next again one more time if you do it, then we will be getting 1 1, that is 3. One more time means we will be getting 2 or 1, 3, right? 1 1 means 3. Again one more time if you do, we will be getting 1. 3 by 2 is 1. Okay, like that. This is the generalization. Without using arithmetic operators, if you want to divide the number by 2, okay, if you want to make it half, then we will make use of right shift. Okay. Yeah, can I rub over? Next, one more operator is there, that is called negation operator. You know negation. What is meant by negation? Actually, this can be considered as a tilde symbol. Tilde operator. Okay, this tilde operator we will use to negate the given bits. Okay, suppose A is equal to 15. Okay, A is equal to 15. Then negation A, how it will be? Huh? Negation A, in the sense, what is the binary equivalent of 15? Binary equivalent of 15. Yes. Now negation of A means we will be getting, in place of 1 we will be getting 0. We will be getting 0. Okay. Now you consider A is equal to 13. So it is nothing but 1 1 0 1. Now what is the negation A? 0 0 1 0. Okay. In general we will consider like this. But here we will be having zeros as well, right? Yes or no? So all those will become 1. Understand? 15 means we are considering as 4 ones, but before that 28 zeros will be there. Why? Because the total 32 bits will be occupied. So remaining 28 bits will be zeros. Those all 28 bits will be changed to 1. These 4 bits will be changed to 0. This will be the magnitude. Okay, now we have to find out what is the decimal equivalent of it. Okay, one thing you remember, A is equal to 15 is there, then we will be having this kind of thing. Okay. Now A is equal to minus 15 is there. How it will be stored? What? You should not consider signs. Why? We can give negative numbers also, right? Have you checked for any program negative number input? I told you several times for addition of two numbers also I insisted you to give negative numbers whether it is adding or not. Okay. So A is I discussed it, right? No. Okay. So here I think with someone who sat here after the class, someone asked a question. Then I described. Okay. See, out of 32 bits, 1 bit will be reserved for sign bit. Okay. Whenever we have the sign bit as 0, that we will be used to indicate positive numbers. Okay. If we have 1, that will be indicated to, that will be used to indicate negative. Okay. So remaining thing we can use it for magnitude. Understand? So 1 bit. So whenever we reserve 1 bit, automatically what will happen? Okay, that point I will come back to you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sign will change. Yeah, that then sign will change automatically. Even here also negation of A from 0 to 1 you are changing. So automatically sign will change, right? Like that. So now what I wanted to do, yeah. Here you consider only 4 bits are there, let us say 4 bits. What is the maximum number that we can store? 4 bits. 4 bits. In 1 bit, what is the maximum number? 1. In next bit, 1. Next bit, 1. Next bit, 1. What is the magnitude? 15. Okay. Let us consider out of these 4, 1 bit we have reserved for sign. Out of these 4, 1 bit we have reserved for sign. So this bit we cannot use to store the value. Okay. Although we store bits 0 or 1, we will not consider for magnitude. Okay. Remaining how many bits will be there? 3 only. What is the maximum value? 1, 1, 1. This is the maximum value that we can store. And what is the maximum? Maximum will be there if it is a positive one. Positive in the sense 0, 111, isn't it? 0, 111 is the maximum one. That means that is plus 7. Yes or no? Plus 7. Next, what about minimum number? Minus 7. Understand? Why? Because 111 in the sense 7 only, right? So minus 7, that is the minimum value. Maximum value is plus 7. Without considering sign, we were having 15 as the maximum value. But by reserving 1 bit for sign bit, we are reducing the capacity. Yes or no? Minus 7 to plus 7 only we could able to use. Understand? So if you reserve 1 bit automatically, suppose you consider 8 bits we are having. 8 bits. What is the capacity? 0 we can store. 0 to 2 power 8 minus 1. This is the maximum value that we can store. 2 power 8 minus 1. 4 bits means 2 power 4 minus 1. 2 power 4 is 15. 16 minus 1. Similarly, 2 power 8 minus 1. 256 minus 1. 255. 0 to 255 values we can store. Whereas if you consider 1 bit for sign bit, then automatically the capacity will be reduced by 2. Reduced by 2. Why? Because 1 bit can store both the values, right? 2 types of values, right? So the capacity will be reduced by 1. Then what will be the capacity? Minus 2 power 7 minus 1 to plus 2 power 7 minus 1. Okay. Similarly, for 32 bits also, for 32 bits, minus 2 power 31, minus 2 power 31 minus 1, 2 plus 2 power 31 minus 1. This will be the range of the integer. Minus plus 1 or minus 1? Minus 2 power 7 minus 1. Why? Because 4 bits are there, 2 power 4 minus 1, that is the maximum value that we can store. 3 bits, 2 power 3 minus 1, that is the maximum value, right? Like that, 31 bits only we are using for storing actual value, remaining 1 bit for sign. So this, got it? So tilde operator is used to negate the bits. So this you work out and know how the operation will be. A is equal to 15 means how it is giving. You give some what you call big value, large value, then negate it. Then you will be getting what you call small value comparatively. Okay, you try to give negative value, then you negate it. Whether you are getting positive or not, that you check. Like that, several experiments you could do on this particular one. Okay. Yeah. Next, in the previous classes, we have discussed about swapping of two numbers. I think in the revision class we have discussed swapping of two numbers. Whoever have attended, they might have get benefit. Anyway, I will repeat in 1 minute. Swapping of two numbers in the sense A value is 10, B value is 20. We have to get A value as 20, B value as 10. How can we get is C is equal to A, then that is one temporary. A is equal to B, B is equal to P. Okay, this is first method. Second method which we have seen is A is equal to A plus B, B is equal to A minus B, A is equal to A minus B. That is, this is without using third variable. Without using third variable, we could able to swap. Okay. Next, is there any other method without using third variable? Can we able to do? We have discussed. I think A is equal to A multiplied by B. Okay. Now 10 into 20, 10 into 20, 200. Now we are having in A. How we can get B from it? 20 by A is equal to A into B. Now 200 we are having. Now you divide A with B. A with B, what we will get? A with B, what is B value? 20. 200 by 20, 10. Where we have to store that? That 10 we have to store in B. So we assign to B. Next, from A only we will be retrieving A by B. That is 20 by 200 by 10. That is 20. That we have to store in A. So A is equal to A. Here also we are not using third variable. We could able to swap. Next, even other method is there. That is okay. I will tell you the clue. Try to work out. By using bitwise operators also, we could able to swap two numbers without using third variable. By using bitwise operators, which bitwise operator we can use, that you find out. What are the bitwise operators? AND, OR, exclusive OR, left shift, right shift, tilde operator, that negation operator. Total how many? 6. Yeah. Try to find out how can we swap two numbers. Okay, I will give the clue like exclusive OR we have to use. Exclusive OR we have to use. How can we use exclusive OR to swap two numbers? Any answers from Online people who have entered already roll numbers and completed their task.
अरे युवराज, अरे गोकुल प्रॉपर सर्विंग आपको इधर से चालू बोला तो नहीं होता, तो अकेला ही खेल सकता फिर आगे प्लेयर है.
Just you take two values a and b, two values you take, then you perform or operation between a and b. Like a as 1 0 10 only, then b will be 1 0 1 0 0. Okay, this will be b. Now XOR operation you perform, then what we will be getting? This is 1, this is 1, this is 1, this is 1, this is 0. Okay, next, by using any of these two, can we able to get the other one? Like we consider the same thing, 1 0 1 0 0. Now you perform XOR operation. What is this? 0 1 0 1 0. What is this one? Didn't get. Now you say, what's the code? First, this is A, this is B. We are performing XOR operation. So A exclusive or B. That you store in one of these. Okay, let us say we have stored in A. Next, afterwards, this is A now. This is A. And now what is this one? B. B, same B, right? So with this A, updated A, we have to perform XOR operation with B. Then what we are getting? What we are getting? Actual A, but where we have to store that? B. So we have to assign that to B. Okay. Next, afterwards, yeah. How can? This one. Once we assign means old value will be vanished. Okay, we will not be having both the copies. A is equal to 5, A is equal to 8. Then A value will be 8 only. Understand? Like that. So A value was here as 10. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0 means 10. Now we are updating it as this result. So automatically that only will be utilized. Here also same thing, right? A is equal to A into B. A into B is 200. So 200 by 10 or 200 by 20 we are doing. 200 by 20, how it is deciding? Because only one A exists. What is the value of A? 200. So now B is equal to A exclusive or B. So B has got A value. Okay, fine. Next, what about A? A is equal to A XOR B again. Correct? What is A here? This is A here, right? This is A. Now you consider triple 4 ones 0. Then B is what? B is this one. So 0 1 0 1 0. Now result is 1 0 1 0 0. So 1 0 1 0 0. Okay, this should be A. Okay, earlier it is B. Now it should be A. So this is the code. So A is equal to A exclusive or B. B is equal to A exclusive or B. Then A is equal to A exclusive or B. 3 times we are doing the same thing, but here only we are changing. Correct? So like this swap operation we could perform. Over. Over. In the last lab, I think yesterday only, right? Lab connect. Yeah. We had discussed one problem like a list of numbers will be given. List of numbers will be given and a key will be given. Whether this key is present in the list or not, we have to find. So what is the input for this program? List and the key. Both will be the input. In the list, how many values will be there? That also we have to take as the input. Okay, n values, then list those n values. Okay, what is the value of n? That is how many values we have, what are those values. Then key value, after taking this we have to check whether this key is present in the list of numbers or not. If it is present, we will say found, otherwise not found. Okay, how many of you completed that program? Anyone tried? Why? Yesterday I stayed in the lab up to 1:45. I came to the class at 9:50. So 4 hours I spent almost. Okay. So consider taking the list as the input. Taking the list as the input. How can we take list as the input? Huh? First of all, we have to declare a variable which is of type list. So if you specify like this, then it is understood that L is of type list. Okay, square brackets only we have to use. Next, for every element we will be taking input like integer of input of enter some element, then for this L we will be appending. So L dot append of A. Okay, this we will be repeating for how many times? Number of elements. What is this n value? That we will take from the user only. So like this we will be getting the list of elements. Let us assume we wanted to give the input like this: 11, 25, 1, 17, 20, 41, like this. List of numbers I wanted to give like this. Okay, so how can we take this as the input and convert that into list? Whenever it asks you to enter list, you will be entering this one. Okay, but internally it has to consider that one as the list. How can we? If you give like this, it will be considering as a string. By default, it will consider as string. We cannot convert this entire thing as a number, right? This is not individually. This is a number. Individually, this is a number. But entire thing is not a number, isn't it? What's the time? 4:23. So how can we convert? That's the question that we will see in the next class.